Be sure to cook. Welcome back to another episode of Be Sure to Cook. Today, we're going to be making something a little different. We're going to be making old-fashioned green bean casserole. But guess what? The fashion is me, because I'm making a different kind of green bean casserole. This ain't your ordinary green bean casserole. So stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, I wiped and washed all my cans. Then I got a dry paper towel like this because it's still kind of wet, and I just wiped all of them in between the cracks and everything. And I'm going to open it up, a can of green beans. Look at them. And I'm just going to drain these into a large bowl into my strainer. So I'm going to open up a couple of cans here, maybe 4 to 5 cans. It depends on how many green beans fill up, because I'm making a big thing of this for a big family that we're getting together. So let's open this up, and you want to drain these. You want to drain these. You don't want no juice on them. Okay, so I dumped out all the juice, and I let those drain, and I'm going to take these and put these into the pan that I had the juice in. Okay, there we go. Okay, in the meantime, these babies don't come seasoned as usual, so you have to season them. Now, they've been cooked, so you don't want to do a lot of stirring. Okay, so what I'm going to do is my famous Mrs. Dash. I'm going to put a generous amount of Mrs. Dash blend. I always like to use the blend because there's all kind of different Mrs. Dashes. You got, some that's got chunky, some that, kind of got hard, crunchy stuff in there. But I like the blend. It looks like pepper, and it's different kind of seasoning. So I'm going to add a little bit of that in there, to your taste. And then, of course, I'm using garlic. That is a lot of garlic. But this is going to go into a sauce. So I'm going to add as much as I want in there. And you should do the same. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of black pepper. Ground black pepper. Not cracked this time. Then I am going to toss, not stir, but fold in these green beans, because I want the flavor, and I want every green bean to get seasoned all the way through it. So when you do it light and gentle, because these are green beans and these are already cooked. And what you're trying to do with these, are you just trying to get the flavor running all through these vegetables. So you want all of that seasoning that you put on there to touch every green bean. So you want to gently, lightly flip these until all the seasoning is combining very well. Okay, then what you want to do with these, after you do this, you want to take these, put these to the side in the refrigerator, and let these marinate for about 30 minutes. Okay, guys, I put those in the refrigerator to marinate. Now we're going to make a quick sauce to go with that. So let's go to the stove. Okay, we're going to be melting 4 tablespoons of butter very slowly, because those are a lot of green beans and we need those to be tossed. So we're going to melt these slowly. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of half and half, not much, just a little. And that's probably not even 1/4. It's just probably about 3 to 4 tablespoons of half and half. So I'm stirring that. I'm going to add 6 slices of white American cheese. Alright, then I'm going to add a can of cream of mushroom soup. Okay, then I'm going to incorporate this by mixing this cream of mushroom into the soup mix with the cheese sauce that I have made. After I incorporated that in, Now I'm going to add another cream soup, and this is cream of chicken. So I'm going to add that in there. Okay, now I'm going to incorporate this into here. Then I'm adding 2 more teaspoons of half and half milk, so I can get this where it's not too thick, where it's a little thinner. All right. So I don't want this hot. So what I did is, when I melted the cheese on a very slow heat, I mean real low heat, I just kept stirring till the butter melted. And when the butter melted, then I put my slices of cheese. Then I stir. Then when I put my slices of cheese, I let that melt until it was a creamy. I turned that off. Then I put my cans in there. Then I mixed these cans up, and then I added a little bit of more Mrs. Dash. Just sprinkle you some in there because it's already on the green beans. But just a pinch to go in here with some pepper, because all that flavor is already in the green beans, and that's all going to get in here anyway. But you know, more is better, right? Okay, so there we go. Okay, I got my baking dish here. I'm just going to spray this with some non-stick spray. I'm sorry, cameraman. Okay, I don't want it to stick. And after I sprayed it with some non-stick spray, I have some shredded Parmesan cheese. I'm just going to take a little bit of this, and I'm gonna put all over the sides, all inside at the bottom, and I'm just going to make sure it sticks on the outer side of my pan. Okay, shredded Parmesan cheese. You know what, guys? You can go to the store. Now they're selling individual bags of shredded Parmesan real cheese, and it's really good. So I'm going to lay that, and I'm going to put this to the side, and let's make our crust topping. Okay, so I did season them. I took them out. They cold. So I let them sit in this bowl. So any type of extra water will drain. I want to shake these because I don't want any extra water. Okay, so I let these drain, and then there's the excess water, but they still are seasoned really good. So I'm going to drop these inside this mix, and I'm hoping I have enough mix because I was making a big pan. So, and I'm just going to toss this in with my green beans. I want them to cover all of my green beans, and I don't want to stir those. I just want to fold those in. Like last time when I did them with the season, I just want to fold these in. And I want to make sure every green bean gets covered. And actually, guys, I think I could have actually used another can of green beans probably. I thought I wasn't going to have enough mix, but I have a lot of mix. And I don't want it to be dry. I want it to come out very juicy and very creamy. Okay, now I have a small bowl, and I'm going to take some French onions that I already opened up just a few minutes ago. This is the smallest one. This is a 2.8 because my pan that I had is not that much. So it's not that big. So if I needed a bigger pan, I was making a great big one, then I would use it. So I'm going to use all that, and I'm discarding that. And these are French onions, by the way. I'm going to crumble these with my hands. Then I'm just going to get in here, and I'm just going to have fun with my food by crunching up all the onions into a little, until it's like, crunchy mush. Okay, now I had to get a towel to wash and dry my hands. These onions are a little greasy. So now I went and got a spoon, and there they go. Now these are crunched up. You know, I wanted them crunched. Some people don't, but I do because I'm making a crumble. Okay, so these are crunched, and I went to go get more. So I know I did it great with my hands. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to add in here will be some black pepper that I want to add inside here. I'm going to make sure that black pepper's evenly in there. There we go. To your tasting. Then, you remember that Parmesan cheese that I had? Okay, add about, let me see. Let me get my tablespoons. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of that Parmesan shredded cheese. And I'm going to mix that up in there. Ooh, it's going to be good. Then I'm going to do some mild cheddar. You can do pretty much, you know, the kind of cheeses you like. I'm going to do the same here with the mild cheddar. Then I'm going to use a sharp cheddar, doing the same thing with the sharp. Oh, that wasn't all the way. Okay, yeah. And I'm going to get that, and I'm going to mix that. And then here is the sharp cheddar, because sharp cheddar gives it a little kick. Okay, so I'm using 2 tablespoons, tablespoons of each, and I am mixing it up with the black pepper. This is my crumble, and usually I use a powdered Parmesan. So let me get the powdered Parmesan. Okay, come find out, one of my kids or my husband had ate my Parmesan cheese without telling me. So I have some packages of Parmesan cheese. So I'm just going to add 2 of the little small packs of Parmesan cheese. I have little packages that I got from a pizza joint. So I gotta use this, guys. It's still the Parmesan that I want. You gotta use what you gotta use. So it's 2 tablespoons of that, and that's exactly what I have in there. And I'm going to mix this all up. Ain't that a shame they eat your stuff when you're trying to make stuff and they go in there and just eat it and leave you with Pizza Hut packages of Parmesan. But okay, so now I got 2 tablespoons of melted butter that I'm going to pour over that, because it's a crumble. And you're just going to mix that up like a crumble. Alright, so this is our crumble, guys. Oh, then I'm just going to, on top of this, I'm just going to add just a sprinkle of that Mrs. Dash on there. And I forgot about that. I'm just really upset about them eating my Parmesan cheese. And I just bought that Parmesan cheese. So it's gone. The other night they had a lasagna. So they ate that. And today we're using some pizza joints Parmesan. But it's going to be good. It's all the same. Okay, we're going to set this to the side. And we're going to go ahead and put our casserole into our dish. Okay, this has been sitting for a while. And I have, it is incorporated very good in all those flavors. But guess what, guys? I'm going to put this, and here's my baking dish that I did, you remember, with the Parmesan on it. I am going to go ahead, put that to the side here, and I'm going to dump all of this inside my dish. If it can fit, I might have made too much. Oh, guess what? I am good. Look at that. Look at that, guys. I am good to go. I hear me. Yes. Oh my God, that is wonderful. So that was about 4 to 5 cans of any kind of green beans you like. And then all that ingredients. And look on the bottom of your screen and you will see all the correct ingredients to put in this. Okay, so I'm greedy, so I got to get out everything. And I pretty much scraped it. Yay! All right. Okay, so I just want to make sure I get this all over. I just want to get it in here. Okay, there's a crack. There's a little crack in my bowl. I love that bowl. I don't know who did that. Okay, there we go. Oh, and it's just sitting there. Look how creamy and delicious it is. Another spatula. And I'm going to put the crumble on here. Now, usually you can do this because it's going to take a while to cook. And what you could do is you can go ahead and cook this until it's nice and bubbly, and then you can add on your crumble if you want, or you could put something over so it won't burn, but sometimes it gives it. So what I do is I take my hand and then I lay my crumble right on top of here. I always make too much crumble at the end, always. And then I lay it, the crumble, all over my dish. And I put that butter on my crumble for a reason. I put the butter on so it won't burn, but it'll get nice and golden brown, but you want those green beans to really work. So what I'm gonna do is I add that little crumble on top, right? But it's gonna take a while for this to cook because it's gonna come right out of the oven. It's gonna go into a refrigerator because the next day, and you can make this a day ahead, just like I did. And there's your crumble. I make too much crumble. I always do. Every year I always make a lot of crumble. This is a great, because this is usually a holiday dish, but you can make this anytime. And there you go. There's your crumble. And you bake this at 350 degrees or 325. And you bake it for about, I say about 35 minutes till it's nice and bubbly and hot inside, and really hot and bubbly. And this is just a nice golden brown. You take this out, let it cool, and serve it, and it is delicious. This is my awesome green bean casserole. My green bean casserole. This is it. Okay guys, this is the green bean casserole that came out. It's been in there for about a good hour bubbling. I put aluminum foil over top so it won't burn the top, because usually this cooks a lot faster. But I'm gonna give you a trick that I should have done. What you could do is you could pour your green bean casserole into your dish just like I did, and then you can throw that in the oven when it's time to cook. Make your topping, but save it for later. Once you see it bubbling and all good on top, then you can go in there towards the end and just sprinkle your top on top. Put it back in the oven. Keep letting it cook until it gets a nice golden brown and you know it's done. Which I didn't do that today, but that's okay. I do it next time, but I'm telling you. So let's just let this cool down. Let this get back thickness just the way it was at first. And then there you go. We'll plate it up later. All right, this is out of the oven. And that's what it looks like, green bean casserole. And what I did is when it came out, it was hot, it was bubbling, and I let it cool down a little bit. And that's what it looks like, green bean casserole. All right, so this is it. Let's see what it looks like inside. Let's go down to the bottom, and let's get us a little bit. And look at there, look at there. Delicious green bean casserole. It is creamy and every bit of these green beans are covered. So there we go guys, a delicious green bean casserole we're all going to enjoy, and we're going to eat it up, and your family's going to also enjoy this green bean casserole too. So please come back to us again so we can do other dishes, because guess what, you and me, we made this together, both of us. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit me up if you want me to do something different that you want me to cook. I'll do it. All right, until next time, guys. Bye.